Start recording. Start streaming. It's 12:42 in the morning, 4th of February 2026. I'm glad that I slept a little bit. I want this to only be like an hour long. Just get some thoughts down. My foot feels better. I've also taken more naproxen than I've had access to in a minute. I feel like I needed to at least develop like a layer of skin on the bottom of my foot, and at least like the cotton balls and the like it's a pad, cotton balls, and a face mask with waterproof tape stuff. Should I put my earplugs in? I don't want to be so distracted I can't think. It was like dead silent. So anyway, yeah, naproxen. I took 4 at, which is more than usual. I took 4 at whatever o'clock this morning when I streamed it for 8 hours or whatever. And then I just took 4 at like midnight. I think that's helping. Now I'm drinking protein, ultra protein. Yeah, it should work its way through my system by whatever o'clock, right? I got some ice. It's places I've been, it was just like an ice machine and you had to hold the bag. They already have them like nicely in bags and stuff. That's cool. And then I put half the bag in that thing that you have hold ice usually in a room, and the other in the fridge, and maybe the fridge will be a little bit colder. I've just got like these things, the protein shakes, a thing of like potato salad, and coconut creamer, but it's non-dairy, so like I wish I had asked for. I mean, you could always go downstairs and ask for more coffee. They're there all the time. It just feels I shouldn't drink coffee right now because I don't want to be up all night. I want to sleep again. I just need to be like as strong as I can be so that I can move as fast as I could. Yeah, going over like plans and stuff for today. What best case scenario, you show up and for some reason in person they are different than like they just like, it's like, okay, you know what, actually we're just gonna like let you keep your apartment. We're gonna wait for that $40 million now to come through with rent assistance. And this wasn't like literally a cleanse of people that, and we just like kicked you out just before anybody was gonna get any money. 'Cause, I mean, like that would be super fucking cruel. Yeah, that's my foot. News. This fucking article, I think, is its own. There's always bouncing ideas just off the title of this article. Like if they wanted people to think it was a socialist city, but then it's like failed, or if they wanted, or like, here, move here, because it's going to be something better in the future, and I'm just missing it taking hold all the way because like somebody tried to get rid of me first. There's so many different like, it was supposed to be a progressive place. I would like it to be, yeah, I'm a democratic socialist, but yeah, it is if you're getting like fucked over just before it's supposed to get good or something. Um, that's not a nice sound, no, and I haven't heard it for a really long time. They stopped doing street cleaning on my street, but they would do it like incessantly with like a broken machine in 2020. Yeah, it made me scared they were actually spraying something on the ground that people on the ground would be breathing in because there was like a broken machine that stank really bad. It's just something I observed. I can't like prove it. And then they stopped doing the street sweeping thing altogether. So, anyway, um, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but yeah, I did want the window open. It's a little bit like foggy in here. Okay. Anyway, so they found a second $20 million in unspent funds somehow. Um, on top of the 21 million they found last year. And they're with both within the housing bureau that was supposed to go to rental assistance. What, yeah, directly is money that I needed to stay in my apartment. Period. It's a fact. Um, trying to email myself a screenshot thing, and I keep getting distracted. Yeah, it's like, why did you think you deserve? Of course, I deserved this. Are you evil? Like, what do you mean? The thought you deserved the money to help you stay housed? Yeah, somebody could have argued, well, that's why she is impact, because there should have been stuff that kicked in a long time ago, and there just wasn't any money. And I'm just, like, sure, whatever you need to tell yourself. Like, can I just stay in my fucking apartment? Like, I just, why is it whatever? Tell you, because it, like, if you didn't, I was looking for stuff on my own and emailing places, and then they didn't have any funding. The stuff that I did by myself, yes, you can explain it that way. But there was a added like position in the building where they were supposed to help me get stuff, and they weren't helping me at all because they said I needed to sign an ROI, which I did, but I guess for the wrong side of the building, which is bullshit. There was communication between the two. They like played me off about it. And then her she kept constantly saying I had to meet her in person. And then like the last email she sends me, she says, I acknowledge that you can't leave your unit. Because of like, otherwise, like, yeah, that's what my disability thing said. And you just, but sure, just explain it away like, well, there wasn't funding. Sure. If I lived in a different situation where there wasn't that coordinator position, that's absolutely the case. But like, you didn't even try. You wrote me off. You were trying to do shit like make me sign an ROI I never had to sign, and then said that you couldn't help me for months, and then at the last minute said you acknowledge that I can't leave my room. I mean, that wasn't, if you had been actively like reaching out to people and getting the response back, sorry, there's no funding, then we both could say it's because of no funding. But you also were like, but you know what? Whatever. I mean, I still want to live in my room, and there's still the people that are going to run it, is aren't they? You know what I mean? Like, I just won't trust you for shit. Like, I mean, come on. That's a very practical. Like, I'm not being a bitch. I'm not trying to screw up their situation. Like, that's just a fact. Like, so whatever. Yeah, maybe they would help you in the future if what I just like with my sister. I just have to forget like every fucked up thing that ever happened, and maybe they'll help you out now. Just would you just like let it go? Milton Hershey School. Would you just like let it go? Maybe we would have helped you if you just let it go. That is the story of like fucking everything. Would you just let it go? Maybe we would have helped you. I think I want to make some ramen. Yeah, but it's more like stress eating than like hungry eating. Um, well, that is the fact. Would you just let it go and maybe we would help you? Is like coercion. And I'm getting it from a lot of different angles. And I think it's good that I could articulate that because that's exactly what the fuck it is. Um, my foot is starting to hurt. Like, it's just sitting, yeah, and it's starting to hurt. Great. There must be like some blood pressure thing on top of the. Okay. Um, So, and then you get this too that they're dropping $87 million in homelessness services. So, 40 million is going to maybe help people stay housed that what you liked or something, and then you're going to drop the money for anybody that's like outside now. I mean, I got to say it before I can't because it's a lot harder to do this. Like when I'm at the library, I can't talk. I've been doing a writing, I open up Word and write what I wanted to say. So, yep. Um, I'm also frustrated at the idea that like they wanted you to leave so badly. They just found like any way to do it, and somebody's gonna rehouse you. Um, when you have like a third of the stuff you ever had and no furniture, like when you've had to leave like 2/3 of your stuff behind. Um, yeah, the best way I can make a big deal about this is to write a fiction story about it and call it fiction or creative nonfiction or whatever. But like make up different details, names, but it's the same exact situation. And then I definitely get to say what I wanted to say. And I don't have to give a fuck about whatever loophole you're going to go through. Like, oh, well, you signed that stipulated agreement. So, I mean, you are so full of shit. So, but yeah, when you gave it was an ultimatum, like get evicted the next day or sign this piece of paper. That was the ultimatum. You can't do that. Of course, someone's going to sign the fucking piece of paper. Fucking period. And I don't care if they're like, well, under law today, it's not against the law. Well, it should be. Slavery was legal. So you know, on so many levels, I don't give a shit if you say like whatever the fuck the law is, and how much you don't have to care because I signed some fucking agreement thing. Um, yeah, you literally made me. And then the guy went out of his way to say like, "Oh, I wish you hadn't signed that. You would have had 30 days probably." And I remember like almost like badgering him about, okay, how much time would I have though? Like I have a 3 hour, 41 minute long evidence video. Are you going to watch it today? Are we going to schedule this for another time? And he wouldn't answer my fucking question. So I know for a fact he never said, you're going to have 30 days if you choose to go to trial. And he's going to have to watch this video. He acted like he could throw out the whole thing as like not relevant evidence. Which, I mean, who the fuck is to say whether it's relevant evidence or not? If they don't want you to win, they'll just say it's not relevant. And then you've had the same guy deny like every single motion I've submitted. Yeah, it's like I swear, if any other fucking person had looked at my stuff, would they have like granted the motion instead? And now there's two motions still in play. It's still possible for them to grant them. I don't know when they're going to though, because I submitted them last Wednesday, and then it took them longer than usual to accept them. They didn't accept them until like the second or something. And yeah, you put a eviction on my record. You or who knows what the fuck they're gonna try to pull. I mean, you ruined my fucking life. Um, and not yeah, and if you don't give a fuck about the injury that it caused to my body, um, that wouldn't have happened. Like, uh, yeah, it was accepted on the second, and it was put in on the 28th. Usually, they're accepted like the next day. Um, Yeah, these haven't been decided on. And I mean, how many times did you have to get returned? I told you that I couldn't get to my mailbox because I had harassment in the building. And you went and said it was unexplained reasons why she couldn't get her mail. You're not, and then I even sent in one of the things evidence, at least somebody acknowledged that I was being harassed. In one email, they said that they saw them on camera and they acknowledged that they were harassing me. And you're still like, oh, we just don't know why. You have to do more than write a story. You have to somehow put them in a simulated situation where the same shit that's been happening to me is happening to them. And then maybe they would, yeah, do you really want to go try to get your mail and you don't know what this bitch is doing? Like, do you really want to even go in the hallway? She's got friends too. And just banging on my fucking walls. I don't know who was gassing my apartment, but you bet she had something to fucking do with it. It would be an easy guess that at least some of this stuff was coming like from her room somehow. Yeah, then there's all that, like, why the fuck would you want to go back? Exactly. They like created a torture chamber and now they just want a way to clean it out. And I really hope that like someone unexpected ends up renovating the space at least or something. Like, oh, it's not going to be your guys for some reason. It's going to be some other, and they're going to find the fucking camera you hid in my room somewhere or whatever the fuck you did. They're going to be able to figure out, yeah, this room is deliberately built to screw with this girl. Roof, roof, roof. Because that would be the right thing to do. I don't, well, because there was no way for you to hear me outside of my unit. The idea that they like were doing stuff, there has to be something in the room somewhere, and I couldn't find it. When I first moved in, you could stick your hand in the space between the wall and the window, like, and it went like to the outside. And then there's a pipe that goes up the side of the building. I mean, that has to be the most easy and obvious way. Like, they're just like pumping shit into my room. It would feel like it was hitting me in the face. And then if I got up and went to the other window, it like wasn't as bad. Sometimes it was like somebody blowing something directly into my room from that side too. But more often than not, it was the other window. Um so yeah, they were gassing the room, they were pounding it with sound. They were literally banging on the walls like with a sledgehammer. It wasn't a little knock. It was like fucking punching the walls and the ceiling. Or using some kind of a sledgehammer or hitting directly on a beam. They did some shit. By the way, it's been so quiet, my stay here this time. Um, oh my God. See, that sound is annoying. That sound was a total accident. The suitcase just like randomly fell over. Ugh. That sucks. Major ass. Yet for the rest of my life, it feels like someone's punching me because of a certain sound a certain way. Yeah, they punched you in the nervous system. Oh my god, why did the both of the sounds have to happen at the same fucking time? I mean, because that wasn't like vibrational enough to make the fucking suitcase fall over, right? No, that was a coincidence, and it's really annoying. Ugh. I don't feel, yeah, like the room feel like it's shaking at all or anything. No, now I'm just shaking because that was really awful. We should try this other USB port, maybe. I'm not sure. I want to go over the plan for tomorrow. Yeah, see, it doesn't work at all. I'm just trying to figure if it's the cord, if it's the socket for the USB port. Yeah, that shook me up. It's not doing the thing. It needs to show. It's an indication that it's charging. I guess it is. I just didn't do it. It's annoying. I know, it's just like this screeching fucking sound, and it's like it was dead quiet, and then it's like the second time, and yeah, I think I'll be able to fit the two carts in here. Um, there's totally, yeah, especially if it goes as like planned to have like it's tight, it's packed, it's sealed. I'm gonna make some ramen. Pull up the fucking thing. Okay, yeah. Sent to myself, and then yeah, this. So going over the stuff: clothes, underwear, shoes, wigs, art supplies, books, tech, sentimental stuff, documents, and then I think soap. And then covering everything with tarps. And then if nothing, like I hope it would really be best if I could just fit it into one cart. That I mean, because I have to be able to push it around. So, a dramatic downsizing of stuff. Um, but yeah, but I do have two carts, and I feel like all the stuff in my room would fit in two carts. I don't have a lot of stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, I know for a fact I want all my super suits. The thing that I was evicted in, I've got like a few of those. And then I have a dress that's made out of the same material. That stuff I can wash in a sink, and hang it up to dry. It's really easy. And then I'm thinking like hoodies that are harder to wash, my MHS coat, um, my MHS sweater. And then there's like just stuff that would obviously be useful. Like I bought a set of like leggings, and then it's the same like hoodie dress thing with a pouch in the front for work stuff. And if I at least like keep two of them, maybe three of them, I mean, it's like, oh, it's an outfit, it's done. Um, Socks, underwear, bras, and then like what else was there? There's some like really fun, pretty dresses. There's a couple of them. They're not like nothing I owned was brand name anything. Um, but yeah, they were pretty. And like some wigs and stuff. Uh, and yeah, I have another pair of those boots. I have a pair of black chucks that I want to get, but they were falling apart. I had to like hot glue them. But I mean, like, those were my sneakers. I'm not going to be able to buy another pair of them. I guess I'll look at how damaged they are and decide. Um, but yeah, I think everything could, and I have these bins that come with like a lid and stuff, and just like put it in the bin, put it in the cart. You probably could fit two bins in a cart. So it's like two bins of stuff with like probably there's going to be space to put loose things, and then that's it. That's everything. Um, and yeah, I sincerely hope you're fucking cursed if you don't give a shit. Like, I mean, you could always give a shit at any point, but what you did to me was wrong. This is coffee. it's just a problem now of like keeping your stuff safe and not having somewhere to put it. Um, so I had 3 packets of ammo left from. So the idea that eventually they're going to make you lose everything anyway. So you're just holding on to some things that you can hold on to. Yeah, fuck you. Like, yes, I am going to hold on to what I can hold on to. That is my absolute intention. I perfected making this ramen stuff. It's fun. Well, ramen in a hotel room. Perfected ramen in a hotel room. Hotel ramen. That sounds like a fun thing. Hotel ramen. Cool. Nothing came out. It's got some kind of weak sensor on it. The other one was better. It's okay. Uh, Sushi. Chopsticks. The most humiliating experience of my life? No. You know, on a lot of levels, like when this has been awful and traumatizing. But I feel so fucking justified on my side of anything and so obviously wronged. When I was a kid, I didn't have the same sense of like, these people are fucking with me and they shouldn't be. Um, but I'm a lot stronger than when I was a kid. And so I feel like whatever humiliation tactics were worse. Because when I was a kid, I didn't realize they weren't supposed to do that. Like, jeez. Sauce. Some salsa. They said happy birthday to me when I got in. That was really nice. No one had said happy birthday to me on my birthday. Like, well, I mean, it was, yeah, 3 months ago, but whatever. Like, a month. Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, December 25th. I want it for the medicinal properties. Curry powder and all these other like multi spices have, they're supposed to be like antimicrobial spices in them. It's like part of, they're not just good, they're like good for you. That's why I got so attached. Oh yeah, this tastes delicious. It's fucking ramen without the packet. Tostitos. This was on sale. I'm glad too, because I wouldn't have done this flavor combination normally. Salsa and curry powder. Yep. It's really delicious. Oh my god. Um, yeah, I feel a million times better. Oh my god. Yeah, in a physical way, but not like. Yeah, you're gonna get your stuff, and then what? And then what? And then what? I just feel better right now because right now I'm in like what feels like a safe place. Yeah, you could say in some ways it's safer than your apartment because somebody cares about the investment they made in the like. I don't know. I mean, do you think they didn't care before? Well, no, I don't think they would have like. I guess it depends on how you think of it. Like some people, like, well, we wanted to be left alone, and the nicest thing you could do was leave us alone. But on the other hand, like somebody setting off the fire alarm 50 fucking times for no reason at all, with no explanation at all. Yeah, some idea of like, okay, if you really wanted someone to keep their mouth shut, you wouldn't do things to them that anybody would have been like loud about. That's it then. I think I'm going to stream this and then unplug the internet last. Everything is purple. Am I kidding myself that that cart is going to hold at least 2 bins? The bins are on wheels too, right? The bins have fucking wheels too, so. But I mean, it's just an absolute. Come on, Laura. Like, you can't carry enough. You can't carry it all. You physically can't. Um, no, of course you shouldn't be expected to carry your entire house. Like, are you glad you don't actually have a house? Because, like, holy shit. Well, I lived with somebody that had a house, like an attic, a middle, and a basement. They were having unhoused people live there. Um, I don't know if they were making them pay for stuff. I was giving him like $400 a month, and I only lived there for 3 months. Um, to live in the attic. Yeah, that's why I guess you can't consider it homeless because and the attic had its own bathroom, shower, and toilet. Like somebody had lived there before me. It was like a mini apartment. Um, but yeah, they had a whole house of stuff. There's just like no fucking way. I don't know if they had problems moving or not. I know they wanted to put my name on their electricity bill, and I said no. And then they had a different guy put on it. Um, and they stuck that guy with like a $3,000 bill or something. Oh, I'm just like chaotically making stuff look nice. I don't. Yeah, I don't know, like what. Like on one hand, you never know what would come in handy. I didn't know what I would need. So I've just been trying to like save everything. Like, yeah, like water jugs. And you can fill them with water. um I don't know, even carrying around a bunch of stuff that you're not gonna have to use. I don't know. Um, yeah, what did I absolutely? Face masks every day, hand sanitizer every day, my like power cord and charging stuff every day. Um, uh, I've needed my wallet. Um, and my ID. I was in the same clothes. I needed a shower. Yeah, I just created a situation where it's going to be 1,000 times easier for me to get a shower wherever. Um, because I got uh, water shoes. Got these things. Um, a pair of slides. Um, no, you cannot put broken skin directly down on some shit and expect it not to get like fucked up. I've needed my naproxen. Um, I just got a pair of nail clippers. I needed those and didn't have them. Um, I needed my glasses. Needed tape for a bunch of different things. Yeah. Probably could get more tape. There's nothing. Yeah, downtown does not have uh, a cheap place to get things. The Target is gone. The Rite Aid is gone. The CVS is closing and moving or something. And it's like there's one in the Pearl, and it was like $16 for 3 pairs of underwear that weren't the right size and that were too small. Um, yeah, it's like, well, nothing here was about being convenient anymore. Maybe I just didn't find the right shop or something, but uh, that's a weird thought. Somebody sitting in a house and they've got all sorts of stuff, and they're like, well, we make our own clothes. You get the fabric from someplace. You have a sheep in the backyard and you shear it, and then you the level that you're making your own clothes. I mean, yeah, I liked DIY and obviously, but like what? But I got evicted out of my house and I needed underwear. Like I, and that's what I did go to TPI. They really wanted you to go to Rosehaven. I mean, I guess you still could. I just don't. I don't know. I don't like the pressure. It was almost like so many people kept saying it that it felt weird. Um, yeah, and I was just overwhelmed in general and stuff. It just felt like super pressured to the point they even were like, "Okay, so we called ahead for you. You didn't. What the fuck is the point of doing that? You called ahead, attached yourself to me, and gave them my name like you know me. I don't even know you, but thanks. Like, so they're gonna sit there and think that I'm your friend, and like I don't know you. Thank you for letting me stay on your couch in an emergency situation. Like, some trash is just more than it's worth to hold on to. Um, like I'm using this like a little tray for right now, but like well, it just keeps everything has like a double use. You need to stick something in a box. You need to stick like but like some stuff. If you needed like a tight container and it fits inside, this is better. If you need like a waterproof container, then like saving this box and then putting it in the box and then taping the box shut so that there's some amount of like yeah, saving the jar and then it screws and unscrews is better than I'd rather it was plastic though because glass can break. Um but yeah. Yeah, normally it's like no boo, boo plastic, boo. Yeah, but this to keep something water contained and then it's not going to break. It's squishy. I mean, that's just like I don't know, shit you don't think about all the time. Yeah, I feel violated 4 times over that I have to worry about getting in there You have 2 hours. Yeah, what is better? Like, don't pick through your stuff, just get it back to the hotel. Or, no, I mean, you got to make a really quick decision and think of it in terms of like staying at the shelter and what's going to be easier. The easiest stuff to clean, stuff you can't part with. Stuff you can't replace eventually someday, at least. Um, yeah, ideally, you'd fit it all in one bin. One of these would be the most ideal situation, and then put that in the fucking little hand truck thing. And yeah, reduce it down to one bin of stuff. And everything else, I guess, is like, hey, you want a book while we're here? Because, like, management might just sell off all the rest of the stuff in the room or throw it away, or I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Um, yeah, it's just take the most like necessary, irreplaceable stuff. And I mean, wouldn't that just fit in a bin, one single bin? I want to say yes, but then I remember that there's a bin right here with stuff in it too. I mean, I'm essentially like losing years of work. I'm not all of these notebooks that just, I mean, they're just scribbles and stuff, but like there's like 42 notebooks in my room from like all different years, and like, and it's just like all random shit. I can't take that with me. Yeah, I write all over the page too. It's not like like even decipherable. Um, I've taken pictures of a lot of things, so I guess it's just like, here's a drawing I made. I don't have the original one. Whatever. Yeah, I could always make more art that's even better than anything I've made. But I do want my art supplies. Watercolors, pens, and I have watercolor brushes. You can even see a couple of them right here that like have water. They hold the water. It was like perfect for like, oh, if I'm ever stuck outside. And then I imagine myself just going to the waterfront. I've thought about this since like 2020, that you just go paint watercolors at the fucking waterfront. Um, yeah, but I had like a bubble thing. So like it's like a blow up bubble thing, and you sit inside of it and do it. And then it's like a kept place. Yeah, that's not happening. Um, and I'd wear like the wig in a dress or something. Be like fun. Yeah, street performance art stuff. Because I thought I could be like a character in the city. Um, yeah, no, I am fucking wounded and I'm pissed off and I don't know who's in on it. Like, that's not. And what is this city now? I wish I would. Yeah, don't be such a baby. Yeah, fuck you. But it was just really uncomfortable, and it could have been like really bad. The last night, the girl that stood above my bed and went like thrust down with her arms above me, like she did it to the bed next to me too. She just like went down and was doing it above everybody, like a violent gesture in the middle of the night, and just like, I mean, I don't want to have to deal with this bullshit. Like, the idea is someone just they want to follow you, and they're gonna like, I don't live anywhere else, you idiot. You're not following me home. I don't live anywhere else. I live in my apartment that you tore me out of. When the fuck are you gonna get the like, you're a goddamn moron. I can't get this out of my face. I'd apologize, but whatever. At least I'm not doing it in the library in the middle of the room. Jesus. Oh, okay. So there was a roach by the door. I killed it. Place has been really nice and super clean. Wanted you to know in case there's an ongoing problem so you can stop it. A few years ago, we had an issue in my old building, and I found the pellets worked well. In corners and stuff. And there was no need to spray pesticide that damages vocal cords. Thank you. Is that good? Hmm. Oh, the fact that it's by the. Do you think someone just put like a bug in your room? Should I try to block underneath the door or something? Well, that is literally what I was worried happened in my old building. That they sabotaged the building. There were never roaches before, and then there weren't like after. That one even looks a little different than the ones. I know it's different lighting too, though. Ugh. That's fine, yeah. The light in the other room was green on the fire alarm. This one is red. Why did it do that? Had never had roaches the first 5 years I lived there, and then after 2020, had never had roaches the first 5 years I lived there, and then after 2020, it was like a year or two dealing with them, and then they were gone again. Wasn't there an email like directly from? It's like really disappointing. That's like because I want to feel safe here. Pineapple hospitality. Maybe just you don't have to say all this. No. I don't know. Maybe it is something like the whole entire downtown. Because I wondered that before. Like, COVID happened, people left, and all that activity and sound and left. And maybe, like, that had an effect that we didn't realize. What? Don't leave food out. Everything's sealed. Everything has to be sealed and where's the No, I didn't see any roaches at the shelter. Um, of course, it's like not really a look around the room type of situation. I'm just packing my stuff up, I guess, the way I would want it in my coats. I wish there were more hooks to put things. Yeah. So, yeah, with things really important stuff. Going in a pocket that zips up. Oh, absolutely. A certain sense. It's kind of like the same. There was a night when someone came into the shelter in the middle of the night, and it was, I didn't care that somebody else got in and was sleeping and they weren't fucking with anybody or anything. I wouldn't have even noticed. But it was them waking everybody up to yell at this person, tell them that they were trespassing, telling them that if they don't leave, they're going to press charges, and having to, go out of their way to like get him to leave. Um, that it kind of broke a sense of security for me. Yeah, that like anybody could possibly get in the middle of the night. And then, well, she seemed fine, but maybe somebody else wouldn't be. And again, I wouldn't have even noticed. Um, because I was asleep, right? Which is kind of like dangerous. And um, oh, everything is just a demented fucking gym class too. If you're so worried about it, why don't you just go spend the rest of your life trying to like lift weights? You know all those people that they were only good at physical things but not brain stuff? They like took over the world and they want to make everybody go to gym class and they don't care what you think. Like just I'm so annoyed. Like yeah, your brain stuff makes my head hurt. Here, go be super physical and make that really important so that I can feel justified about my own stupid existence. Like so exhausted. Like uh, Oh, that's really nice. That'd be nice. Um, I don't want to put that there. I want another bag for those face masks. We could wrap them in plastic wrap. Yeah, here, you have to carry this with you too. Right? Backpack situation too. Anyway. Um, yeah, I ended up with the most random stuff. Cause what's it called? It was just like whatever happened to be in that book bag was like. I mean, how obvious is it? Like, obviously came from outside of my room because it was right by the door. I don't like no. Like, no, yeah, it's just stuff. You'll cross that bridge if you get to it, and you might not have to get to it. So just wait. Um, I wonder how much power is on this thing. No. Okay, doesn't really say. It's like at 75%. It should be okay. You want to like make sure it's fully charged. Obviously, I think everything is closed. I've got some croissants and stuff. That's the only thing that's like not wrapped and sealed, and I mean it's sealed in like a box. Yeah, but everything else is like super sealed. Yeah, I said I wanted to do it for an hour. It's going on to. I think yeah, I'm gonna wake up at like 7 a.m. probably. Um, and go downstairs and ask for more coffee. brush my teeth. Just, yeah, mentally prepare myself. Maybe I'll take a shower. I don't know. Yeah, a friend is supposed to show up too, which makes it different than feeling so alone. Um, I guess that's it. Um, yeah, it was just one. It's not like a bunch. Uh, yeah, I never want to see the rotten thing ever again if I could help it. Um, yeah, it just feel it means like something's kind of wrong. Not just like nature. I don't know. Everywhere I've ever lived my whole life, there weren't roaches. My gram didn't have roaches. My dad didn't have roaches. MHS obviously didn't. And you lived in. There was a mouse that got into the student home once because there's like a field right next to the student home. Um, that was it. It was kind of cute. Yeah, just um, yes. I mean, stuff happens. Yeah, I'm a tough bitch. I can deal with things. I'm not a big ego trip or something, but like, well, it was not in the building I lived in. It wasn't there 5 years either. Like, I feel like there's something happening if suddenly it shows up. And it's probably because the entire area went quiet. There's some kind of vibrational. Yeah, you can buy these things that send out a vibration in the wall. Um, so there's literally definitely some kind of like anti-roach vibration sound, high frequency sound waves as an alternative to chemicals. And I wondered if that was why someone was driving in circles doing this stupid, they were trying to like, but they that wasn't a high frequency sound wave, you idiot. I can hear it. Like, this stuff isn't stuff humans would hear. Um, but having just so much more activity maybe kept them away. Um, and then everything went really quiet and stuff like came back to nature. Well, because that's when it started, like after the quiet period. So it makes an amount of sense. Um, I just don't want to deal with it. Like, it's like, well, they live on the planet. Yeah, but like, I mean, yeah, maybe if I'd grown up with even like one around my whole life, it would feel different. But I grew up with stories from other people that they had a kitchen full of them. And if they said when they turned the lights on, they scattered. And that's not really, they respond to like step and movement. and vibrations. I don't think they respond to light. You usually want to sleep with the lights on, though, just in case, like, pretty much. And my mom used to say they had like giant hissing cockroaches in Florida or something. Um, yeah. So it's like, oh, you got little baby ones. Oh, like they wouldn't. You've seen a couple, like you'll get over it. And some, yeah, people in like some situation, they if they're looking for things that would freak somebody out, it's like, bitch, I can deal with it. At least they're like nature. What's impossible to combat is they spray pesticide and then it fucks up your vocal cords and you can't like sing or talk. That's actually worse than the roaches. Um, Clearly did more physical harm than. Mm-hmm. The idea that like last time I was here, there was a lot of sound effects that I'm not having now at all. And I hope somebody didn't just try to find another way to. Yeah, hopefully it was just an organic situation. Because that would really suck. There it says. Okay. That's a weird way to end my stream tonight. Get the stuff tomorrow. Bring it back here. Just try to focus on the task, not future shit they're gonna pull or I don't know, whatever. Well, it isn't been explained at all. Like, are you just gonna keep whatever stuff is left in the room? Are you gonna throw it away? Are you considering it payment? What are you doing? Like, here, you owed us $10,000 that you should have gotten from rental assistance. We're gonna, I mean, you can upsell anything. You could take something and dress it up and then sell it for more than what I even paid for it, technically, if you, like, got somebody to buy it. I mean, that's the problem with trying to value your stuff. It's like, here's how much I paid for it. Now it's used and 3 years old. What is it worth? I don't fucking know. Not what I paid for it, unless like you went and, or like, here's a piece of furniture. I found it in the garbage. Most of my furniture was in the trash. And I like collected it over time. Um, oh, is it really nice? I had no idea. Like, it was in the garbage. Yeah, if you want to pass it off as an antique or something because you revarnished it. See, exactly. So, like, they get money from that, and then you just got screwed. I don't think, yeah, is there anything that even fits? Well, I mean, I have like, I don't know what it is. It's just like a low table. It's like a coffee table, but not even. Like, it was in the garbage downstairs. I can't take it with me. Um, Pretty much just use it to keep stuff up off the floor. Um, well, they're gonna get that, and they're gonna get this like drawing table that somebody gave me. I can't take it with me. Yes, it really like you stole my stuff. Yeah, yeah, it's the same situation where oh, somebody gave it to you. You mean somebody that was also like fucking you over? I know, right? Like, what the fuck is that? And then they gave me a table, like, and a lamp. The lamp is gone. I got rid of the lamp a long time ago. I hated that fucking lamp. I just didn't have one. um, I think it was a joke because it's a touch lamp. Oh, you touch it and it gets turned on, and like that, it was a joke or something. I just didn't have a lamp. I got rid of it as fast as I could. Like, I don't feel good. Yeah. Yeah. Now I am like they're not gonna need to like. I can't deal with this shit. Can you fit anything else in the fridge? I mean, what needs to really go in there that's not in a closed jar? Yeah, nothing. It's fine. Everything is closed and right, like closed in a wrapper in a layers of stuff. I'm not exactly super tired right now. My foot feels better though. It's less like raw wound. Yeah, these are really cushy slides too. They were worth $10. They were worth every penny. Yeah, walking right on the floor hurts. Like trying to be barefoot fucking hurts really bad. It's the slides are what is making it so much more comfortable. Alright, yeah, I guess in a few hours from now. Universal human rights, everything's bullshit, and so on.